Code of Ethics, Office of the Sheriff, Monroe County Sheriff Todd K. Baxter. As a constitutionally elected sheriff, I recognize and accept that I am given a special trust and confidence by the citizens and employees whom I have been elected to serve, represent, and manage. Special trust and confidence. Does this include expending taxpayer dollars to buy a surveillance device and fix it to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor my movements and walking by the parking lot next to the building? The trust and confidence is my bond to ensure that I shall behave and act according to the highest personal and professional standards. In furtherance of this pledge, I will abide by the following code of ethics. When you send your 6 fanatics to my house for standing in the corner of a parking lot next to my house, I did not hear my Miranda rights. Why? What happened to your trust and confidence and bond? I was handcuffed inside your jail cell and could not reach the toilet. I urinated on myself twice in 3 hours. Is handcuffing an innocent American inside your jail cell that forces urination in your code of ethics? I shall ensure that I and my employees, in the performance of our duties, will enforce and administer the law according to the standards of the U.S. Constitution and applicable state constitutions and statutes, so that equal protection of the law is guaranteed to everyone. Equal protection of the law? What a joke. 20 people a day walk through the parking lot next to my residence. None are arrested. If I walk through the parking lot and to the 4,000 plus times, I will be arrested. Where is my equal protection of the laws? To that end, I shall not permit personal opinions, party affiliations, or consideration of the status of others to alter or lessen the standard of treatment of others. Consideration of the status of others. What the hell are you talking about in your incoherent 1984? I shall establish, promulgate, and enforce a set of standards of behavior of my employees which will govern the overall management and operation of the law enforcement functions, court-related activities, and corrections operations of my agency. What are those standards of behavior? You have no standards of behavior. It includes expending taxpayer dollars for a plane ticket and hotel room for your employee Ryan Fisher to attend the Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia with his canine Lola. What a disgrace. I shall not tolerate nor condone brutal or inhumane treatment of others by my jail employees, nor shall I permit or condone inhumane or brutal treatment of inmates in my care and custody. I'm in your jail as an innocent man. I have a notebook. I'm writing everything down on this notebook, and I'm doing this for weeks. And one day I noticed one of your jail guard employees is in my vicinity. And then I conclude that he's following me around. And when I go into my jail cell, he follows me into my jail cell, and I sit down on my cot. And I have my notepad in my hand. And he goes to grab my notepad, and I pull it away because it's my notes. It's my First Amendment right. And he takes my arm, twists it behind my back, jams my arm up my back, and I release the notebook, and this is called an assault. So, he was with my notebook. And I go to the front desk, and I say, I have to go see the doctor. My arm's bothering me. That's all I said. And who comes to get me in my jail cell? Your taxpayer-subsidized whack job that just attacked me. And I go to the jail doctor. I tell him what I just told you here. And he says to me, who attacked you? And I replied, the guy standing behind me. I strictly adhere to the standards of fairness and integrity in the conduct of campaigns for election, and I shall conform to all applicable statutory standards of election finance and reporting, so that the office of sheriff is not harmed by the actions of myself or others. Just by walking into your office at 130 South Plymouth Avenue to join your collection of fanatics, you harm the office of sheriff. I shall routinely conduct or have conducted an internal or external audit of the public funds entrusted to my care and publish this information so as citizens can be informed about my stewardship of these funds. This is a lie. Where is this external and internal audit? I want to see it. You will receive a FOIL demanding it. You cite your stewardship of funds, and that includes your public employee payroll. Where is your public employee payroll? 20 plus times I've demanded it via Freedom of Information law. 20 plus times you refuse to comply with my FOIL and disclose your public employee salaries. I shall follow the accepted principles of efficient and effective administration and management as the principal criteria for my judgment and decisions in the allocation of resources and services in law enforcement, court-related, and corrections functions of my office. Allocation of resources? Where is your public employee payroll? That is an allocation of resources, and you are fleecing the people of Monroe County with your allocation of resources. I shall hire and promote only those employees or others who are the very best candidates for a position according to accepted standards of objectivity and merit. I shall not permit other factors to influence the hiring or promotion of others and practices. Michael Rather was an employee in your office for 25 years, and then he retired. You rehired him as a special assistant. That is because you were paying him off, Todd, baby. You have no objectivity or merit in the hiring of others because you hired this pathetic double dipper. I shall ensure that all employees are granted and receive relevant training, supervision in the performance of their duties so that competent and excellent service is provided by the Office of the Sheriff. Special relevant training supervision. You can supervise your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney-Fife jokes always parked in a vehicle alongside your Wegmans Food Market headquarters at 2157 Penfield Road. What are they always doing there? That is the side of the building with the donuts. Do I have to say it? I shall ensure that during my tenure as sheriff, I shall not use the office of the sheriff for private gain. You will receive a Freedom of Information law document that demands you disclose any income beyond your taxpayer-subsidized salary, and you will refuse to comply with that. I accept and I will adhere to this code of ethics. In doing so, I also accept responsibility for encouraging others in my profession to abide by this code. You can accept responsibility for allowing 19-year-old pregnant inmate Aaliyah Burden to escape from your custody at Strong Memorial Hospital to a parking lot. How do you allow an 8 months pregnant woman to escape to a parking lot?